He is unique. He is the best. Captain Smart is the king.
Never heard anything like this before.
He is surely the #1 presenter in the nation.
Got a great show for you.
Wake up and stay for more information.
I've never encountered anything like this before.
He is surely the #1 presenter in the nation.
Captain Smart.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Congo is rich, part of Africa, and not poor.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Ghana is rich, part of Africa, and not poor.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Nigeria is rich, part of Africa, and still not poor.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Mali, Burkina Faso, Togo, South Africa, all of them rich, part of Africa, and not poor.
Africa is rich and not poor.
The question I am asking tonight is, why is Africa poor?
Africa is rich and not poor.
Maybe you have the answer. If you're on Facebook, write your answers there. I may today try to read some of your comments for you. Those of you on YouTube, post your comments there. Why is Africa poor?
Africa is rich and not poor.
I met some huge African politicians, huge African leaders, huge ones, great ones. Yesterday at night, I met them. I mean, some of the discussions that ensued, I only asked a question. So in all these discussions that we're having, why is Africa still the poorest continent, whereas we are not supposed to be poor?
Africa is rich and not poor.
We have everything Dubai has got none. We have everything America has none. We have everything Germany will not even come close. We have everything all the Latin American countries, Peru, Venezuela, and all of them, they will not come close. We have everything that those in the Scandinavian countries talk of Norway and all of them, they don't come close. We have everything on the surface of this planet that even UK would dare not come close. The question still remains, why Africa? Why are we still poor?
Africa is rich and not poor.
And you may have done some if you join your company or buy your company, Susan Concronia Copono, and count who knows you a different of Fibema was so massively. But you see, and I meant to bro for my back cabro for crack from nature say the chrono. One of the critical things that makes country rich and great is leadership. When you have good leaders, you have a great country. When you have good leaders, you have a healthy nation. When you have good leaders, you would have everything. I watched an interview of a Nigerian journalist and somebody from Dubai. The guy said something and I was sad. Did you know what he said? He said, Dubai, we don't have anything. We don't have gold. We don't have diamond. We don't have timber. We've got nothing. But now we have everything because of leadership. But one of the critical things anybody at all under the sun can give to himself or herself is personal leadership. You must be able to be a leader of your own and lead your own self. But one of the major problems in Africa is that we cannot lead ourselves. Africa, yayare. So we find manya e wo wiase mu nyina bomwa. Continent bi ani ho a owo sika ene ajapade chenye.
Africa is rich and not poor.
We find Nigeria, we find Togo, we find Benin, we find Ghana, we find Ivory Coast, we find Bamako, we find Senegal, we find Congo, we find Mauritania, we find Mozambique, we find Zambia, we find Gambia. Name all the African countries. We've got everything, but we are still poor.
Africa is rich and not poor.
If you're a father and if you're a mother and you have food at home and your children are hungry, the question is, are you a good father? Are you a good parent? The answer is no. So why is it that we have food in Africa, but we are still hungry? We have every food on the surface of this planet, every single of them. All the fruits in the world, all the tubers in the world, all the vegetables in the world, they can all be grown here in Africa. Why are we still poor? Somebody should tell me.
And not poor.
We have all the minerals. We have gold, we have diamond, we have bauxite, we have manganese, we have aluminium, we have cobalt, we have everything. Why can't we find money to develop continent Africa?
Captain Smart.
Why can't we do that? Sometimes I get sick when I look at the old men being paraded, the congregation of old men presidents on this continent. When they meet, they have nothing to talk about. They discuss, when I went to London for my medical care, the doctor told me this. Then another person will come in. When I went to France for my checkup, the doctor told me this. Then another one came. When I went to America for my checkup, the doctor said this. Very soon we'll all go. When they meet, they discuss very soon we will all go. They have nothing to discuss about this continent. Now watch this. Abacha, one individual, Abacha, was the money that he stole and deposited that money in a bank in Switzerland alone. He became much more richer than the whole Nigeria. Abacha became richer than Nigeria. Sika Abacha wiaye nkwano. Sika Abacha wiaye ewo Nigeria. No so asa sika nkogo Switzerland. Sika no kesi ani a, as of that time na Abacha wiya asa sika no. Na Abacha was 3 times richer than Nigeria. How? Sika kwabrani wiaye o efi Nigeria di kwagu obi man so no. Woke ke sika ne bomo na Nigeria o man ni nyina woke wo majapade no sika na bomo Abacha no ye mpemiensa sikani chen on man Nigeria.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Mami bia wani kakra. Me shada ko Switzerland. Na wo bisa won banking system na sa we foreigner tie ne ye. We foreigner titru from Africa. Na sa wo pese wo sie sika e wo Switzerland a. Ade ba ko pe ne pe free ho. Minimum deposit ne ye $500,000 US.
Africa is rich and not poor.
If you want to save in Switzerland coming from Africa, if you're not a citizen, the minimum deposit is $500,000 US. And the last time I checked, WikiLeaks, Eba Bonteno, it was estimated that over 700,000 people save in Switzerland. Out of that, 60% are politicians.
Africa is rich
They
and
are
not
friends,
poor.
their wives, their children, they are colleagues, they are assigns, and whatsoever. 60% of the monies deposited in Switzerland belong to politicians in Africa. The minimum deposit is $500,000 US. That's how much we're talking about.
Smart.
What they are not doing China. Now watch this. Somebody came. Now our Uganda. Obedi penny, man penny, na see me postino. Our Facebook. Na yesi ori nipa na nyina. Ene de be man ko hunu. Yesi friend Idi Amin. Idi Amin wu ye. Hwe time wo wu ye no. Idi Amin wu ye no. Edenya na Idi Amin timu no. Wo kom pass wo pulling niema no. Na $3.7 million. Na shenem pass at that time. Idi Amin wu ye. $3.7 million.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Huh? Samora Machar, Obaya, the president of Mozambique. This man was killed like a bird. Or to play anymore, near 2 to 2 Why? Samora Machar, people cannot steal. People will not have the pension to steal.
He is the best.
From the state coffers of Mozambique. That time, not one person ewo Mozambique sika na wafado na wode kwa America dollar nimu a na ye close to $1 billion US. Because of that, they ganged up and killed Samora Machar. Across the continent of Africa, we've got everything. Now let's move on with the slides. Today, I want to open your eyes. As a sasa we bebunu na wo e bibremu ha. Woman would say, listen, Africa is 3 times the area of China, Europe, and United States. Let me explain.
Captain Smart.
The size of Africa, the continent Africa, the size of this continent, when you put it together, it is 3 times the size of China. And the whole Africa is 3 times the size of entire Europe, all the European countries put together. And again, Africa is 3 times the size of the United States. So when they talk about land, arable land, space, we've got space, we have fertile land for farming and everything than China, than Europe, and than the United States. The question still remains, why are we poor? Give me the next slide.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Why are we poor? Africa is 30.5 million square kilometers with a population of 1.3 billion. That's the size of Africa. That is the size of our mother continent, Africa. Get your pen and a paper. Start writing. We have to learn. We need to study. If you don't know where you are coming from, you can never identify your next location. 30.5 million square kilometers with a population of 1.3 billion on the surface of this planet, continent called Africa. It's Africa, you know, nipa ye 1.3 billion. And I'm on Quintin, next year, 30.5 million square meters, kilometers, sorry. Give me the next slide.
He is smart.
China is 9.6 million.
He is the best.
Square kilometers with a population of 1.4 billion. Watch this. China, almighty China, Africa is 30.5. China is 9.6 million. Not even up to 10 million. China is not even up to 10 million. China is just 9.6 million square kilometers with a population of 1.4 billion. We are 1.3 billion. So the land size, the space we occupy is 3 times bigger than that of China. Let's move on.
Africa is rich and not poor.
He is smart.
Europe is
He
10.1
unique.
million
He
square
is the
kilometers. The
best.
entire Europe. The north, the south, the east, and the west of Europe. Europe in Yunana, Daho Kakrakani Nano. And 10.1 million square kilometers. It is a, what can say, what the Europe, Eba Beshe Africa Mua. Europe benya baby and say Europe in abet me akwa Africa mu 1, ebekwa Africa mu 2, ebekwa Africa mu 3. Europe is 10.1 million square kilometers. Africa is 30.5.
Africa is rich and not poor.
USA, the almighty United States of America, is 9.8 million square kilometers.
Captain Smart.
America, you know, just 9.8 million square kilometers. America is less than 10 million square kilometers. So if you want to bring America, the entire United States, into Africa, come 3 times.
Africa is rich and not poor.
3 nekurano ebibesaka. Africa is the home of 60% of the world's arable or agriculture-friendly land.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Africa, you know, the whole world, as I say, Yankupon boy, yina. Aye, Driaswe Driane, Banchi, Meko, Menkani, Ikube, Ebodia, Itobantese, Edian Dian, Eredin, Edian Dian, Atoko, Ehuiti, Edian Dian, Ninano, Riasimas, I say, Yami boy, yina, Drian, and Yeno. Or Hanchi Chemedriasa, 60% belongs to Africa.
Captain Smart.
Or Hanchi Chemedriasia,
Africa is rich and not poor.
60% belongs to Africa.
Africa is rich and not poor.
The question still remains, why are we still poor?
Africa is rich and not
People
poor.
come from China, they come from Dubai, they come from Lebanon, they come from any part of Asia. and other parts of the world. They come to Ghana. Even Bangladeshis come to Ghana. They make a lot of money. They take our money away. They take our gold. They take our bauxite. They take our minerals. Everything away. They become rich. But you live in this country. You live
Captain Smart.
on this continent. And then you remain poor.
Africa is rich.
Why
and
are we
not
still
poor.
hungry? If you look at the hunger statistics of the world, it is estimated that 82% of Africa's population are hungry. Are we not sick? Somebody should tell me that we are not sick. I am tempted to believe that there's a problem with the black mind. I am tempted to believe that. 60% of the land, agriculturally friendly land in the world, belongs to Africa. But go to Somalia. It is estimated that 92% of the total population in Somalia, they live in hunger. They cannot feed themselves 3 times in a day. Go to Nigeria. It is estimated that 72% of the total population in Nigeria, they live, sleep, drink in hunger. Go to Ivory Coast. 60% of the population of Ivory Coast, they live in hunger. Come to Ghana. It is estimated that 52.3% of the total population of this country, they live in hunger.
He is smart. He is unique.
Now
He
go
is
to
the
Zimbabwe.
best. Captain Smart.
81% of the total population of Zimbabweans, they live in hunger. Go to all the French-speaking African countries. The average estimate of people living in hunger is 80%. Meanwhile, we have 60% of the world's total arable lands. Why are we still hungry?
Africa is rich and not poor.
If there's any food, the basket should be here in Africa. We should be able to feed Europe. We should be able to feed America. We should be able to feed Asia. We should be able to feed Australia. We should be able to feed even the birds in all the other continents. But we are still hungry. Give me the next slide.
Captain Smart.
Now watch this. Africa has 30% of the world's mineral reserve. All the minerals in the world. And I am sad to tell you tonight that there has been a review of this statistics. And now, if you look at other places like Venezuela, the Latin American countries, where the majority of Wamumen Raslinano Ekwana, now Africa has about 42% of the world's minerals reserve. Now watch this. Let me go on. For bauxite, 89.4% bauxite in the whole world is deposited here in Africa.
Captain Smart.
89.4% of bauxite. Bauxite we wiase mu anyankopon bo ye nyina no ode ohanchichem aduawotwem kunu wachi report 9 ede che Africa. Ye bauxite kakra bi e wo Ghana ha ikura no China say won 2 billion. JQ 4 time it was estimated over 87 billion US dollars. Ghana's bauxite alone, the estimate is 89 billion US dollars.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Donald Trump said that he needed only 62 billion US dollars for infrastructure in the whole of America. Our bauxite alone here in Ghana is worth 89 billion dollars. So Ghana alone can develop the entire Africa with bauxite. Bauxite in the whole Africa, you want 89.4%. Now come to diamond. Diamond is 43.3%. The whole world. Diamond deposits. Which 100 African you're 43.3%.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Come to gold. You're 40% of the total gold deposit in the whole wide world. Divide the rest by the other continent. If one continent is having 40%, but you have how many continents in the world? 5 and 6. Mom, your geography no. 6. It is a nipa 6. Ekwa charge 100. Number aku 4 wo mu 40 ya. Chama de aka ne hwe. Say no mo. Platinum and chromium. Nyankopon wanye nya bro. When die bibifo abro, onim se ebibrem ye behia sika yade. Chromium and platinum alone. Chromium and platinum is one of the major components developing the whole of Europe. 7 continents. Platinum and chromium alone. God gave Africa 95% of the world's total platinum and chromium. Now come to uranium and cobalt. That is where when you go to Zambia, cobalt can be found in abundance. But I'm sure all the computers, all the cameras, all the mobile phones, all speakers, everything in your car, everything in the aeroplane, anything electronics under the surface of the sun, the cobalt is being extracted from where? No other place than Zambia. That product comes from Zambia, sorry. To the whole world. So we are seeing now person your computers are. Near per cobalt, huh? Zambia, and the whole of Africa. The total value of the cobalt alone in Zambia is estimated to be 1.3 trillion United States dollars. Why are we still poor? What do you question? That was our women out of them. When you talk about natural gas are natural. And no, a median shit. Natural gas, you know, pollute environment, you know, and hard drink and take obia naturally natural. When you find organic gas, the whole world, God gave this continent 18%. But the other mistake, that's not 18%. Asase, say the answer. We share with you. 65. Now I would explain because I told you earlier on. Say 60% of the world's arable land. The reason why this is 65%, I say, UN, UNESCO, and the World Food Program. His Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Ghana, John Ajekum Kofi Diawuo Kofo Amada Paba Ekwatnaso. One more research on me and say Africa dan bia pempem. A dan bia pempem. Ewo Africa. You bet me tomatoes when free.
Africa
it will estimate say buildings across Africa. Yes, in Abrusani ye flow kra keke no. Sa wo hwe wo fie ho na wote na ennetem futuro na ekogu wo dan no so no. Wote wasa amemi fie esu ba hwe so na eho edua nwura efufu wo so. Eti wo say Africa kra keke yes dan ni mpa wie no dan na pampam po no tomato krese ye betimi adua ewo because tomatoes ni hini no enkofom yane kokoko say ta eti ye was 65% of the total arable land in the whole wide world.
Is rich and not
renewable
poor.
fresh water. Oh, we na Ghana there, and I'm de share horse no. The whole Africa, Ghana was 30% of renewable fresh water. The whole world, African countries, the continent of Africa, you're 47% of renewable fresh water. But yet the Ghana say, and other places. Manganese in the whole wide world. Nyankopon Africa brought, he gave us 42% of manganese. Human resource, according to UNESCO. And then even the AU. The last ended AU summit, a course to 2020. It was estimated, say, when you come to human resource, the whole world, continent Africa, you were 100% human resource. I would explain. Do you know why?
Captain Smart.
Between the ages of 15 and 52, your doors in Africa, your one thing. But you have engineers, you have doctors, you have broadcasters, you have photographers. Every profession you have one here in Africa. Don't forget, sir, Professor Alote and they call America. When we space site ho, quiet calculation, space ship be the movie from the earth to the space. He was a Ghanaian. He did that calculation. When you come to oil, the whole wide world, continent Africa was 20.9%.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Of oil. Now we said the way year to oil, year to oil, year to oil, year to oil. Ewo Ghana ha. Africa inano, you produce 9.9 million barrels of crude oil a day.
Africa is rich and not poor.
And that brings it to 18% of the total crude oil production in the world, because they say Adentina commodity. Adentina ya bre. Ya ye kus ahodo, ye tu aban ahodo. Ya tutu aba. Ba besi ne. Sa japade ye we nyina no wo ba Africa e commodity Africa for wo ba Africa ye nya babinda wo ba Africa ye nya tade enhye wo ba Africa ye nya duane ni wo ba Africa ye nya nsuo ndware wo ba Africa e mebunu bre wo ba Africa sa oba pa adwuma je ye di no anse amana adwuma because there's no job. So sex is a form of employment in Ghana, in Africa, in Nigeria, in Benin, in Burkina, in Ivory Coast, in Mali, in Congo, in Zambia. You must open your legs wide for people to enter in and out as a young woman before you can be offered employment. This is madness. This is stupidity. This is foolishness. This will never happen in Europe if they have all these minerals. This stupidity will not be encouraged and entertained in America and Australia and in Asia if they had all these minerals. Give me the next slide, man. We are sick.
Captain Smart. He is smart.
We are sick.
He is unique. He is the best. Captain Smart is the king.
In 2017 World Market Survey, it reveals that 199.99 million enter Africa. It's here. What there is, they say, Sika ebewura Africa. So what sheno in average, and 200 million. And about Africa every year. But Sika a free Africa, according to the 2017 World Market Survey, it has $984 billion leaves Africa every year.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Mommy, the next slide.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best. Captain Smart is the king.
In 2016,
Captain Smart.
NGO research revealed that 101 British companies controls $305 billion worth of platinum in Africa. The whole Africa. Companies maku or honey baku. Well, when we are British companies in Kwanti, what the other countries did they become when they buburi. $270 billion of oil is being controlled by these 101 companies.
Africa is rich
and $260 billion of coal a year is also being controlled by these people. Give me the next slide.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best.
Mami fa bin to said be ya woso. Bet benya kwan no abam bi. Na fa min soja akra. Hwe Africa den ne haye. A day na high. A day na high. And he said, Yamisi, ye, Yankopon, ye, and debut. May Yaji disse, bibini adwin trouble our home. I am tempted to believe that. I am tempted to believe that there's trouble with the brain of the African. Because if there's no trouble, somebody must convince me that with all these natural resources, with 100% human resource, we are still poor.
Africa is rich and
the
not
last
poor.
time, minya botrani adaje, na miwura mali mu kakra, na mi wo multimedia. Somewhere around 2015. So wudru malia, yes, so capital F, where adan wo ho F. But just about 10 kilometers away from the capital, we rubber ho. Ekom, ohia, efi, enwura, kankan. Abba. Besin ko Togo. Me wura Togo da. Togo say France tinte so kra to forma no ho pu
Captain Smart.
Say sembre ya ye womi. France akatre all the African French-speaking African countries ni na say taxes now omojeje no first no that they are supposed to retain only 15% of what we say France akatre omo say omo retaining 9%. Now dia sikana omojeje ni na eye womo dia no won san famra France hwe omo jini
He is unique. He is the best. Captain
Africa,
Smart
sorry,
is the king.
Now, who say a woman say you assume the TV? Says yes, the Togo says Sikana or the Aquato France no or Pebia. Crater, what say on one Sikano, you the born in Pessian, you didn't see who assigned the seed home. If you say we're 3 years Sikano, I'm a slave master. Where's a yet damu yet Jimmy and ya bodama? Now you're there. Somebody should tell me. You see African mebuna yabano. Ya no ya be yamu. Wow sika. And it's all kinds of one fan ko bi ma den na besi. Ukwa kan ya say a diplomacy, international diplomacy. You don't understand the dynamics. This is international jibie. This is international bodam. You give your money to people because of what diplomacy? At the expense of people in your country who are dying, who are living in poverty, the people who are hungry. Why? Why? What is wrong with us?
Captain Smart.
What is wrong with us? One of the critical things are Africa they say ye near candy for Africa ye near candy for
Captain Smart.
Africa. We don't have leadership. We require leadership. Finished. We require visionary leaders in Africa. Who call UN General Assembly? There were 54 votes.
He is unique. He is the best. Captain Smart is the king.
Come to think of it, UN General Assembly, there were 54 votes because we have 54 nations. Yana mami raho.
Captain Smart.
But say ye kona ye kodru ehwa. UN General Assembly hona. Ye yem rade ye di achechiri ye. Sabia Buru Sabia Nya, they am penning for Jimmy to what but Jimbo Sombo come a fum a boy, bom 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 bom. The north of Africa, the south of Africa, the east of Africa, the west of Africa. We go to UN General Assembly and we are not able to actually lay bare the problems of Africa. Let these people understand the nonsense that is going on. But you know why?
Captain Smart.
Don't forget that. You're the African peer review mechanism. Edibaye. Join J.A. Kufuor's time. Now watch this. That time, Thabo Mbeki was the president of South Africa. You remember? That time, J.A. Kufuor was the president of the Republic of Ghana. That time, Obasanjo was the president of Nigeria. That time, Abdullah Wade was the president of Senegal. I've forgotten that of Ivory Coast. I've forgotten their names. Yadema was for Togo. And the whole Africa agreed that we would have to do peer review. So Felix is the president of Nigeria. I am the president of Ghana. Felix must have the balls and the guts to review me. And I should also be able to review Felix. And should be able to tell Felix that, who Jimmy Jai, who Bodam Jai, who Shadina Wuyano, who mine say, Kanye Niho, and Sue Niho, a common Crawford, a Kwanya Papa, hospital Niho, school Niho, to be able to tell each other. During that time, I remember very well.
Captain Smart.
I remember very, very well that time. AU, Ebeye Summit to Ghana, okay, that time. And that year,
He is unique. He is
AU conference, Ebeye, and then you go see AU village. Ghana from okay. AU village or free zones directly opposite. And you crack cast near dearby. Yeah, yeah, Chenny, not Tonya, Sam, Jimmy. And today, ever some African Union, Biom, our Cromhano, a dear San Copas, I say, near San Sicilia dying, near Cohen hotels, near boarding. Are we not sick? We are sick upstairs. There's something mentally wrong with Africa.
Captain Smart.
AU village, ya toning na, including Casa. Yeah, AU summit nina. That time na Ghana phone shada who kai friend Chrysler, ne papa dawo. Make hyper Chrysler. E wurade Nyankopon wa. Na omo call Eurostar. Over $450 million. Yeah, the cost sarcas. Because AU, Ghana, Mercedes, Chrysler, VW, Ford, Let's Samsung, fe. Yeah, San Tony in Eddie. If we are not fools, somebody should tell me Africa.
Smart.
AU village, yeah, Tony in Eddie. The last AU summit that was held in Ivory Coast in 2004. It was an emergency AU heads of state conference. Ivory Coast to be sharing, the whole Africa said. They spent $138 million for 3 days for the where? Where and yet Jimmy, then yet Dam, then yet a penny ninjansa, Tibonkoswa. How can you spend $138 million for 3 days on only 27 heads of state? How? Huh? Ya bumba dam. Ya jijimi. But what can? Obin pesa obeka. Now go to Zambia. The entire broadcasting of Zambia to say Ghana had GBC. China, it was 92% shares. Ya tong ZBC. To say you had GBC, no. Ya tong at Yama China. Adentra China ma Zambia 2.3 billion US dollars loan no Zambia ntimi antua. It is Zambia atna ho ama China after 92% of their broadcasting space. Shara who somewhere see here just last Tanzania president your friend saying Magufuli woo here. Zambia wanted to broadcast the funeral of African head of state Awefrimuko live at Zambia. The Chinese told them that they are teaching the Zambians Chinese language. They will not give them the space to broadcast live the funeral of Magufuli. What a sad story. The same Zambia. Now, China, it was 60% of their police force. Read, oh, African youth, read. Zambia, 60% of their police force belongs to China. How would you tell me that divisional commanders, 80% of divisional commanders in all the space of Zambia are Chinese? What kind of stupidity is this? Adentra wakobɔ besia koto boots ema boot police for went to be China are taking over 60% of their police force. The same Zambia yai woman mineral resource more cobalt now woman they needed $33 million per $33 million of a mineral, a resource that is worth $58 billion. You needed only $33 million to fix it up. You said you can't fix it.
Africa is rich and not poor.
They sold it to an American company. They got to Zambia and put the Zambian banks together. Now watch this and listen to this nonsense, this rubbish. Fair Zambia banks now holding that nasi. Yes, we came from America. We bought your cobalt reserve. We need to raise about $33 million. If you, the banks, if you can help us raise the $33 million, we will do so and pay you within the next 6 months. Okay. Now watch this. They came. No, I just scanning in free banks no. I was Zambia. To say the Kufuor Hotel ne buy. On my say yenya consortium me ame wofa me na meka bien ho beka ya say consortium of African banks me wa ya dey talk go hotel ko for mwa the same thing and American company ni ye and o gege Zambia for sika banks na ho no wo bo won besia with 0.95% interest. That time, na Zambia, would have 42% interest. Companies in Zambia were collapsing, but the Americans were able to lobby and negotiate in a proper way, and they had 0.95%, less than 1% on $33 million US. No, Kukuru Sikano, no, the question Zambia president is also the Jimmy, no, G Sikano. Within 3 months, the Americans raised $7.2 billion. Well, first, they sold the reserve to China.
Captain Smart.
Now go to Nigeria. When we say Enra soldier for plane and start to from your Nigeria. When we say the double person media and the BBC at it. In less than 2 weeks, 3 military aircrafts and a theater from our Nigeria. It has killed one chief of army staff, a higher friend of Kwas. Plane if it's by top class of the Nigerian military. As you form said, Tam. One in a Pato, military aircraft, air bank. Yay. And it's $612 million now aircraft. No money quiet. No money quiet. Africa, it's about time we begin to think. Kwame Nkrumah said something, said that change, when it is denied or too long delayed, violence will break out here and there. Not that men planned or willed it, but the accumulated grievances would erupt with volcanic fury. One day, something dangerous would happen, and Africa can never contain the African. Oh, the next day, another aircraft, tam. A ban is saying a kwabrani or tio, ma'am. na owosika enye se oye ono anadwuma wo politician na owosika chen oman no wokoka yesi Africa mebunu ya no ya ma ye nkasa ye bekasa o ye bekasa now mami Sanfan kwa Nigeria when you said the northern part of Nigeria Boko Haram for no ewono and Nigeria for akasifo na finance wo mo because that gives them the opportunity to steal the crude oil. When you say Nigeria, womo amin penny for no, they share amongst themselves close to $1 billion a month. Are you aware? Check the records. This is an open thing. It's all over.
Africa is rich and not poor.
CNN did that story. Say. Ya tell ya for ya na ya chesika da masoja from penny phone so wonjindi. Na o majedi. Na wonko. Na nkrofo te Nigeria memu bre ehuna mane etete esi apene omunya aduane ndi ekom de ma ema nyima na o mawu ema kwa wo ya no mawu wo hospital wonya mpanda so wonya aduane ndi adwuma ni ho emebu no bre and Nigeria. Yentio memu ha ena Ghana yen huru nyansa se ye pe bibia ye aban so be yen confirm meboa
Captain Smart.
Yay! Yeah, Rafi. Huh? And I buy Sisa Ghana Sika. Say, or the Benyan confirm. Meboa. Yet to crime. Now, the action, yeah. Nam penny 42 car for him confirm. Yes, and confirm the Kobokina. Yes, in confirming the condo Ghana took on you. Ya no womanum Ghana and Sua no Muyama. And confirm the BB and Ghana how pet. And say I confirm, ya. Efra confirm Adwa. Na confirm Adwa. Efra confirm Memuna. Na confirm Memuna. Efra confirm Ajimai. Na confirm Ajimai. Efra Cletus. Na confirm Cletus. Efra avoka. And I confirm avoka. And so fra Mawunyaga. And a Mawunyaga and so Efra Kwashiga. And I confirm Kwashiga. Efra Kwesi. Na confirm Kwesi. And so fra Muhina. Ati Yanko a 1 a 2 Kati. Yes, Ghana confirm na. Ya this Kakofa won say ye be ye won Wakobokina.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Wa bra se kwabrani di boni kura wo krom ha. No dwane kwa ye fra bibi Interpol. Ye kofa ne ba. Nti Ghana ye here agricultural Interpol to go and arrest our confirm and bring them back. Hey. Ye here and confirm Interpol. Na kofa and confirm ya brain. As if that was not enough. Yes, you could do it. Okay. That's a one Jimmy. And a nyan said that with Trimua. A pebble, Wabra won't start any irrigation. You did your pebble. Na car come to Domo.
Captain Smart.
Huh? Lord come and you to Domo. Na non soon yano a shit. Yanyo be a shit. Ye cha wo ye se papa bi okum ha ye friend wo yo me no so ya se sasika de amano
Africa is rich and not poor.
na mo se me yan kasa wa Africa ha se ye mmebunu no you can't gag us. Nobody can ever pull us down. We are fearless this time. We ain't gonna allow any imbecility anymore.
Captain Smart.
What's my young kasa? Because Africa, dear, Penny Kasa, Quadan Kasa, Nanyama Kode. And when I giant penny for some Kasa, young Cabino, Nayan penny for a day. The time we were quiet, As the
Captain
youth of
Smart.
this continent, our leaders were thinking. Not this time, where all leaders across the continent have refused to think. Now let me look at you and tell you, the bloggers, African leaders, they intentionally, they have refused to think. Do you know why? They don't care about you. It's a calculated, well orchestrated attempt by the African leader not to do anything better for you. They
Captain
have
Smart.
refused to think. And you want us to keep quiet? Oh no, hell no, we ain't gonna do that. Time ana ya my leaders ne kwan se mon kwa na mon kasa na nkwada na ye be ya sutie abamo no na ye mpanifo no dwen. Josaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ononkwa according to Dr. Bawumia's book oye niama makumako 442 including the Tema Motorway, Adomi Bridge, Ambassador Hotel. And when him said baby ya told ya moving picky besin the Diversity Implementation Committee, His Excellency the former president and the late former president, Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, etong ye edema ya di moving picky no besin ne when him said DIC ehun krata e wo ho da.
Captain Smart.
I've told you today. Check. Besin ne Diversity Implementation Committee. Say kwanya ye fast wa ye Danny Hotel no emma won wa say ye one day and ye friend Mervin pick no. Besin ne krata bia ni hu ye hu ye hwehwa ye hu.
He is smart. He is unique. He
Ba wo
is the
de
best.
bie wa no.
Captain Smart is the king.
Na youth na binum so agimi no, agimi fo na ewo mu no. Wo ye beburu wo ti ukrom kwan ye. Ensuo ni ukrom. School a wo kọ ye nye papa. Wo nye adwuma nye. Na wo di wo jimi politician from no ma 50 Ghana. Na wo di 10 Ghana quarter data. Now with the 50 Ghana now with the free phone so yes MPP Syria callers NDC Syria callers wa boa na wote ho na minister ba no oyare na yade ne kwa brochire wo yare kwa hospital a wo nya mpa na so na wodi akire na won wa kasa no na ya bo pa se di watam wadwene ye adwuma wonim yansa woda sumye so na wodwene wo man wodwene wo kuro wodwene wo man fo ho a wo ye bebu na wo nya muade.
Captain Smart.
We are babu na wonya muade ate se. Wonya muade. Eti we ya NDC ni a we ya aboa. We ya MPP ni a we aboa. Wonim nyansa. We ya NDC ni NDC dim kwase asem aka kire won. MPP dim kwase asem aka kire won.
He is smart.
Yeah, the Jimmy left,
unique.
Jimmy right,
He
Jimmy
is
forward,
the
Jimmy
best.
backwards,
Captain
everywhere.
Smart
And the
is
Mbebuna
the
Yawa
king.
Africa, Yenya Shinyanti, yeah, the Jimmy sa, and the politicians yechi, not leaders see, and the Bransram, and then Napko for Chanyum. Napko for, Omer Chanyum, so Malawanache. Call a mine for Frosuna Kohe. You triangle for Foka in hours. Yea, you triangle for in hours. Ya habosuma ketu ya nukurano. Ya na yasem. Wopa ye weka nakasa wokoye part time. Wapun wa wadwuma no. Ah, wo kwa akoye part time po asoso no. Wo ho anu yie. Esan say adwuma ni African tie de adwuma hunahuna nipa nyamea.
Captain Smart.
There be anyamia. Obi fofra pon adwuma kwa akoye adwuma. Wo kwa America, wo kwa other countries na mo mpanifo na mo na mo se say nyamea ya madoma mo nya sika bia bia adwuma no. Ya mo mmada wo America no wo ya adwuma baako. Obi tonsuo o kokofuo or turn computers or yes say now then as a worker so pon adwuma na okwa akoye bibi foforo e dia socket ne ho a wo pesa or ye da bia yes amasa ekom de no yentu no ni fie wurampam no no monya ba binda monya duane papa ndi monya tade papa nhye monya ka bi ntram enti no onka faako na di ne so saa the African youth is ejected, dejected, rejected, and subjected to stupidity.
Captain Smart.
This is what we're going through. You don't want us to talk. So what's the fun in this? So we want Marantia and Mabawa, our Africa. That's our Kosuku now we are. No more be burden to their parents. Mekasa say idea what we are seeing more Africa ha a useless. A first degree. Tell me.
Captain Smart.
Adentina and Krofokuta master's degree. Our mindful for so market you boom boom boom. Yeah, Juma ye. A whole gold in Niho, diamond in Niho, silver in Niho, bauxite in Niho, manganese in Niho, Adentra. And Krofobi dream on mine. The last time I checked, the whole Switzerland, the Nipa dream on mine only 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, including their president. 11 people.
He is smart. He is unique. He
America
is the
cabinet.
best.
I have to do
Captain
a thing.
Smart is the king.
Germany cabinet. One do what you're saying. UK cabinet. One do what you're saying. Italy cabinet. One do what you're saying. Belgium, Luxembourg, France cabinet. One do what you're saying. Ghana your cabinet do what you're saying. And to say, we want Nipa Makum by 10 so we your managers were dream.
Captain
Not
Smart.
the same adwuma be the same capital. Baako so baby. Manager ya baako pe. Na say 10 no ntimi ma adwuma ni ngro. Na manager baako pe timi ma adwuma ni gro a. Managers 10 no mo ya mboa na mo ya jimi fa na mo ya nwe.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the
Na
best.
bebrebe ni ntimi nya adwuma na.
Captain
Na
Smart
say
is
nya
the
nwe.
king.
Adwen na wo ntirimu a. Na ya adwen be ya. Enti wobetimi asori akwa African country. What was I na say atutuo ye kunkum nipa. Abusua.
Captain Smart.
Papa so pa woma so. Enye ne boni o. Na ne yie ntra. Africa mebunu ya sorry dada. Ye gina ho ye twen whistle no. Ye be bo whistle no very soon. Say Nigeria akasifo ni na womo ministers, womo senators, and womo governors no. Once said we see to adan wo Ghana ha. So Adentina me pese meka. When him say when him say when him say oh about 18 African presidents will be the weekend in Ghana. No matter for Aquamande. Are you aware? 18 African presidents. Do we any Jimmy and anything? We want to talk to Adine. There are more than 20 former African presidents who are dying in Ghana. Tantra Hills ha be porno so ho ba kote ho. Or a former president. That's a way in the country now group. We in here. I know the Ghana and penny for na yade o. Your former president Kufuor Oteha, former president Mahama, so no so teha. JJ Rawlings aha no tena wuye, Atamils na owaha, Liman na owaha, Kotokani Afrifa ni a champion ni buzia mu nyina no omo ha. Eno de penny for no pa and the wire there. But mon for na better no mubusa won say den tomba e ba ko bi o ye kokko kakra na pampam ha say apa or ko Islegon king of the BBB restaurant bi o ho or ko ha won nim na won kasa o ye former African president da no wa kwetna ho na Ghana guest no atwa ne ho hye no wa sheta pinjo no wa rig chicken wings ne sa na ne Jimmy ti bonkoso no wa sorry because wa beto dan ya wo sika wo krum ha na ote ha na odi sika na ne manfo no gu ni country nim ebre. National security will tell you did not to talk about it. You don't have to be specific. Don't mention names on this matter. It's got to do with the continent Africa. But national security, I have failed you tonight. Okay? Very soon, I will mention the names of those presidents. May enkadi anache se muyebi. She politicians do what dying in America. What dying in UK. Da ben dan na what is Queen Elizabeth. Ese opedying our choco. The bender and I say one prime minister no you can defend say Boris Johnson. On one and antique grocery shop. Kodinija cotton milk. And the Ghana Hayawahana female deputy minister keke and the pabwa share aji postini or run and pabwa and the kuta postini na postini kuta minister bag as if say or you maid. The bender now say Boris Johnson. Say opedine. Ya chan krum won cry for say. Ya chan krum won. Ya for say. Me fi. Bosango. The bender say Boris Johnson say opedine wo bosango. Krobi was sending me pehopa for Okushia. The band then out say Macron, France president. Say ope edan e okoti yaboa and I say training me answer. Ope hodan yato. The band out say German senator be say ope hwe e mobo dan yato. Won say Jimmy. One will say Jimmy. Now you understand me. One will say, yeah, Jimmy. Okoka. Yes, it debut. But we'll keep saying these things. But one day we would arise. Meraho. One day we would arise. And this revolution is not a revolution of violence. It's a revolution of mental emancipation, positive defiance. Moving away from the shackles of fear being deposited in us by the old. We are sick and tired of this stupidity. We are sick and tired of this nonsense. We are sick and tired of this rubbish. We are sick and tired of this. Africa. As I say, Africa. As I say, Swaba. And we are young other continents in Swaba. Africa, Diana dear. Intimate Swaba. I'm going for a quick commercial break. When I return, my phone calls. No, why? No, so I can wait. I'll be back after this break.
New Daji mosquito killer no. Eye ejuma papa.
New Daji. Say na ye use no. Ye New Daji every nadaka no. 23 free suboko. Na fa na no no shem New Daji mosquito killer product no mu. Na fa chima no shemu yie. Wo wi a fa ni cable no. Ehye charger head mu na plug. Na so wo so plug no pe wo be hunu say light no a ewo product no ho aso. Eno anu no.
New Daji mosquito killer. We nso de enwusie sembie animu.
Dabi ena pomodini mu haw bia nso nim. Liquid enegumu. Wo prago sisu a bosumu mu a ansa na asa.
Wo betumi nso a connect cable no ama laptop ana power bank ama naso. Se dro no sa pebito na fa replace dada na ehye mu no. Ne buo efo pa.
New Daji mosquito killer ewo hoyi. The prago sisu pa no entontom can venture. Wo yi de tipe why go too soon.
Wo so na najo a ema okania.
New Daji mosquito killer.
Wo beda filia femu.
Aye Frankie Cleaning Services yen ye freyo yasem nyina ne say yakofa ne ma papa edisi fie eba industrial and commercial equipment fragrance and chemicals ye de ye cleaning ye experts in cleaning services ye work is the nije sunku na ye adwuma eba hotel restaurant bank hospitals baby bia wo hia se ye hode ye dembe fia ye wo wakade no ye wo chemicals no ye wo fragrance no eba cleaning a edini ye ba ko pegana ha Frankie yakofa industrial and commercial equipment sa ye ton e dia ba be gudwaso eba mops eni bibie di sisifie dia ye wo do so po kai sesa ne me nyina free Germany ye wo kaneshi odoko highway no so Fisherman's building pair for 0246 706757 and 0302 957 642 Frankie Cleaning Services, cleaning for a better environment.
Kennedy Buachi Echam, the CEO of Kennedy Digital Satellite. yɛtontɔn home appliances bi te sɛ TVs, fridges, gas cookers, air conditioning, washing machines, fufu machines. Ɛdeɛn na wopɛ ɛyɛ home appliances a woba Kennedy digital satellite a wonya. Deɛ depa wɔ Kennedy digital satellite bi sɛ yɛayɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ɛma Ghana aban adwumayɛfoɔ a wogye maketua efiri controller and accountant general tutu mirika ne bra yɛwɔ Kumase Adum Family Plaza ɛna yɛsan so obi wɔ Patase Adum House Fusi Nkran a bra Weja Old Barrier traffic light aseɛ hɔ a Accra branch yɛ telephone number ɛyɛ 024307475 Kumase 0207653031 Ghana ha ɛba home appliances a the headquarters ɛne Kennedy digital satellite Kennedy nie Kennedy nie.
Looking for a shipping service that's reliable, on time, and affordable? Your best solution is ANS Trading Agency Limited. At ANS, we handle all kinds of shipping from door-to-door courier services from London or Europe. We also import left-hand vehicles such as articulators, trucks, and all kinds of cars. For your duty issues on 20-50 feet containers, we have you 100% covered. It doesn't matter where you're shipping your vehicles or goods from, either from China, Europe, America, or any part of the world. We are the best with duty. Contact us via www.answer24.com or call us on these numbers.
We are the best.
Anything like this before.
He is surely the #1 presenter in the nation.
Got a great show for you.
And stay for more information.
I've never encountered anything like this before.
He is surely the #1 presenter in the nation.
Yakwaya ya sign aba. Mema ukwen ma wakasa, but mamin kasi mincho. One say I keep telling you say mini degree. Me wa. Me pesa mo amo hwe me no na mo amutie no. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to come and listen. Me shas yes me fight for Ghana no ye shas ye time me na nye newu. Ma fa me ho adwen dada. Me call Christian Service University College. Oh, Kumasi.
Captain Smart.
Final year. University no forwarding me be bia de ba Legon. I have every record at the bar Legon for my certificate. Me call Legon. Kobi say I say ma print me certificate ni I say Annie. Me call school why I say certificate ni my. Adentra. Ya was second year no. Na dum so wo ho tie ni ye. Ya was second year Christian Service University College. Na dum so e wo ho.
He is unique. He is the best.
Ya was school was an ye dum kan ya ni say fiun. Na ye end of semester exam. Ye dum light. Ye dum light ne pa. That day ye try English. And a master now also supervise ye no. Can say yen so your phone so light no na yen fan tro exam no. Ti asema make a ni. Phone no so light no. Yen so. Hey brother nyame hu nipa mobo. Na yen fan tro exams no na me sorry yen busa and say teacher. Eti mo pesa mo che me say lecturer sika bi ani wa yentimi dia to diesel begu plant ni ma plant no betimi aso na yenya light e de atro exam teacher ni no oda wo university wo hwe manim ka kire me say what Fox FM e na wo sori a wo kuta NDC aban mu asif say wo na wo de aban ne ba power na aban no ye ade anya wo na wo be ye Ghana yi na school ha wo be nya wo certificate e ma ya hwe.
Captain Smart.
I thought that was a joke. Me wa honey a friend me say me certificate na me de buy ye no me fa copies embra. And me fa copies de call ye. Na me papa share me Emma make sure exams are who do bebre. Tell me what certificates no ho. Now we school 2000 no tie ni ye. Ye kwa waye kana waye ke say. Sa exams na ye try and that time no na one computerizing one more system no enti enya ade a won betimi bi na enya copy no e de amount because I wrote GCE O level ewo TI Ahmadiyya Secondary School ewo Sachere go and ask. Say they can't have a copy. Enti no the school ne de ma ye na no eno no mo. Afa school ne say on tias ye say me din yirenchi ne share me din nim tie ne ye. Me din ye blessed God's brain smart. Then you fear din ye yirenchi smart. Na me feel it for na me ye no blessed God's brain yirenchi smart.
Captain Smart.
One say me nkwa swear affidavit mra. Ti asam ni ye. Na me fam be support the name yirenchi. E wo ho no. Na sa time na ye wo sa level no. Mentimi amfa sa affidavit na ma the school will withdraw me because somebody thought that time I was doing Fab also on Fox FM against NDC. Me see mu nya no nti na bibia nya me nwanwa no. I was doing this, I was doing Fab also against NDC on Fox FM.
Captain Smart.
And I'm de call ye. Nyame adom wo mo je me na mu 100 200 300 400 and I want to say your project work ye koye me wo hono your friend say project work no my yard dear dodo your born some mama and I'm the coy before no mama letter say when to me am fa sa niam na ma ye be withdraw na me so me ko pay ni nyina na me de bread school no afa ye school na me kwaje me certificate Omo say we nkwahwehwe mra na we akwahwehwe wo hu na we akwahwehwe na we akwahwehwe me soma mia me nua ketewa same say onko school ha omo ka kire ne say o me ka kyerem say asam na me ka say adenti ye de phone so light betro exams ni ntino menya me certificate e mama hwe
Captain Smart.
That time na Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Now I'm so obema solar lamp so saden mo de asua de na me kan wo say hey can you see for mo de my lock you mo benya solar lamps e de asua de jokingly by yen ya hane de ye try exams kura ade with the phone so light now we be try exams e wo Christian Service University College me do school ho na sa master no master nyon kwa na o ye NDC wo fi krom ha o na wa muna no amuna eti ya kwaba edu be me na nkofo frɛ na o ma apologize na yen na me am fa pen ni paper e ma lawyer amofa e tro petition ma me na me de come Professor Odro e wo Legon
Captain Smart.
And Professor Odro e fed the registrar of Legon in a meeting yete. The conclusion was that Christian Service University College, this is nothing but pure political victimization.
Captain Smart.
And Professor Drew, every fair case in the legal department of University of Ghana, Legon. But almost a month, they be almost frame nyabotre. Na de course no ankoyie aha nti say NDC ye bone na me kan obepa gym certificate but don't forget adwin na da metrim no de wuntime nche wo hu nkrofo okuta university okroma university degrees masters degrees wo mo ya gym for wo mo ya busuma keto okrom de wiensa anya certificate na ba me hwe na nsa me kwada na me sorry ya Letter na Christian Service University College Troye. Some lawyer Tro mo response no. Obi a sheda akotwa de abeto social media. Hey, as if I care. And youth didn't so say they will roast him alive. You roast me. Ya for hand Roast you fiura. Arrest me. Yafo, when I'm from, and so ta, which na hona oda. Roast usili and roofing. I was quiet on this matter because Professor Odro, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Legon, said smart and koye jai. A koya could do education minister. No, I say Nyabotre, na amfa ye kura. Say certificate na Legon printing ye call Christian Service University no. Yes, ayira.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best.
So we are just so best for you now Africa. Oh, say ani de be your menstru. Etimi we no. Na obi a wo be withdraw no no. E wo level 100. Second semester. One withdraw no. First, second semester. First, second year. First semester. Second semester. One withdraw no. Third year. First semester. Second semester. One withdraw no. Fourth year. First semester. Second semester. One withdraw no. Why the project work? One market. One bonabaso. I was student and him every year. And then me academic records. I met me be on laptop is one man says here. I'm forwarding in now to Legon. One said the politician, it's here. Yay, one said the Ghana politician, no. At here. One said the be a kwaku back home. Or try exams, let's try. Where chakra, yes, a chinchina, what
he is smart. He is unique. He is the best.
Chinchina, yes, what
smart.
It was tried several times. Yamfino, and then Yamia Yanadom. Yamano, honorary doctorate degree. Our game padamwa. UPSC. And umpo or say ompe. Because my politician don't find a certificate. Yanti Gromha. Nana do acquire the leg on here and the law, acquire the school of the inn, our UK by ever practice the law, and defend the African leaders. Acquire the catcher and say, only certificate on your law da, no your lawyer. We a bebuna way now, dear Chawo Jimmy for
Captain Smart.
Yanti Gromha, Professor Stephen Adai, Mokai. Obi a 1 year, well, the first degree, the masters, the PhD, and quaye a professor. No, Ghana have a car, some so a topic. Tama ye quine ye, yen suon ye, ye be dear no chino, yen dear no say, I am professor. Asia, Professor Tediani.
Captain Smart.
Professor Tediani. So what for your professor? Or call retirement, you were class one of it tonight. Don't know to me. But me, I said I was not going to talk about this. Sana, Dr. Nsiasare. Timi share nyame anim ka kire me say akwala ketwa wo si dan a wo nsi wo ho dan. Me plot in mind Dr. Nsiasare plot. Otimi fa bulldozer ahomachi 1 am eko bu me dan to gu yo Kumasi. Bisa Dr. Nsiasare. Asam no kwa himfie. No no agitum ka kire me say metua edan na me butu gu ye no eka e de amount. Na eyem from so and a maye. Bisano se besi ne wetimi atuaka. Baba nkran ma bedi 7 years. Boom abro san ya to agu. E won Kumasi. Unim de nti amenkasa. Because I have a destination. My concentration is not what just happened. And yet the see and I'm what time I'm a didwin ho. What ya say? Sanka anka me ampa sanka be kuta Dr. Nsiasare mu gugugugu. On se me mfie e na pe na me kam wate. O catch them say only police ni be your friend Kofi Dunyo and then we jai post die. On one anim ade ko na to no jai die. Say akwada ketwa wo si dan ya wo nsi wo ho dan. Na dan we ye mpanifo dan na ban sika ayira be dim bottom ana. Budan wo kuma se tugu ye. Time ad teacher dey catch them say obenya certificate ma ya no. Ade che ye na Nsiasare so catch them say akwada ketwa wo si dan ya wo nsi wo ho dan. Na obe si dan na ma ya hwe. Now we a bebunu na wote wanye jimi na yewa. Wo sorry na wo decide ye numachi. Without no certificate or certificate, I have my own houses. Jimmy for who could have master's degree? What are you saying? Certificate or no certificate, I have my car, my wife has got a car. Who could have a certificate? No, they are not waiting the certificate or no certificate, the smart TV. Within 3 days, what have you been able to achieve with your certificate? It is the brain. It is not the certificate. It's got to do with the brain. Me still Christian Service University College da. Me lawyers, me bo lawyers needing chewo krom ha. Mpenifo pa na do ba ye kura binum kura Supreme Court kura no obonwodi mo ko ho. They prepared that they wanted to sue Christian Service University College on my behalf. I told them that, please sir, I am not interested. Bisa lawyer Ajiman Korea. Bisa lawyer sorry. Bisa lawyer Jantwa. Bisa lawyer Abubakar Suleiman. I can mention all the lawyers. After they read my petition and the foolish response, Christian Service University College, they sat down and said that we will sue the college on your behalf. I told them I am not interested. Me, the fight now, me fighting for Ghana. No, me mpese baba be me obi and any institution. It is me and the system. Nti me mpese bibia be divert my attention because me court. I could waste time. Nani nya daji. Emfamvidi endwene Ghana honka kwala ketwa na ye boom abrosan ya to egu 9 bedrooms abrosan bisa Dr. Nsiasare.
Captain Smart.
Asam na koya kodu na na do anim bisa no tama na do opposition which na do bisa no. But you see, I am on course and nothing under the sun can ever change that course. I am heading towards something. That is where we are going. And I will never disappoint the youth of this country. Amen. 0244 173 118. We share Professor Drua, University of Ghana Vice Chancellor Bisano. We share Registrar now. Mami Obami Refinidin, Deputy Registrar no cry away. Pacho we share Omaya Bisawo. Said then Omokafa Christian Service University College. Yay. But me come the EB. Young Africa 7. Why? Oba. Don't mind them. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Captain.
Ebusiana Patriot to say.
Nyame adom na wonso e.
Nyame adom me ho ye pa.
Nyame nsira wo pa ne se wa fa Ghana ato so se wo boa emabunu ayiwo mu.
Me da se.
Na nyame na betua wo ka amayen. Bisa ya shete am before de Ghana ekosia Captain. I say see I ni de o man de yan kan ho bi. Na arewo sama me nwanwa ne se then this good that you go ye big time because me who say who no more say go dia mutu mind sakete ni nyina no fa to ben na Ghana ye free nti say ye jai minds ni nyina tu na ye dia asase ya koku a nka me fi se nka bebo aye na so mpanifo na bibi esi ma se omu ntie youth na me say emre na ba omu be dwane wo na mu mriba Afri Ghana because yen transit say omo enche bia no mawu no omoko yen youth no ye man ye ba bebre na ye be mo ma bre ansa na yen ya bre e omo say ye kan omu nti a na ahemfo nkwasiafo bia sole enye sika koto odwan akoton sa so omu bodi anya sa ye mo mudu ye be cho mi abom ye mo mudu ye be cho mi abom me kan omu ntie so my your margin so months sa ye be say yen collaborate mo say ya so den na omo bo yen ti si am penifo no so den o say yen so ye bo nti so mu ti a omo bi fa margin enye sa de e bo mo so no ano den captain me kono obi so ababi onu nyame
okay so kono obi so from ra ba shere so ma me second de get satellite e wo ye wager barrier hon pacho won send fa no so ho na Kennedy Kennedy bomodia udru ho a bu se bo ho say go ko anything home appliance pacho ko na kwajo wo de number 0243074750. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes sir.
Good evening, Captain.
Ebusan pacho to say
Morning Ejumata Oye.
Ejumada
Kogu TV from Italy.
Pedase
Masamba Diemo Nenso na nyame anhyira wo a yenti ase because Drew Bre what ye nyina ye de ehugim Captain here oman Ghana ye oman bia Ghana ni bia ni ho ofuru oman mu obeka se oman ne nana koma so na ye no ma nyame adom ye tren kurase bo nkusie ni ade a ye dia pria beduru ha no Drew Bribini has said the near Mako will be man so near Kuruma, and they are. Now, I'm a catcher of the same Kusi Kurano, Omun to Bombi. Because Kusi and so to Bon, I had this excavator about to Galamta and a bone. Kusi Kurasu to Bombi. Maybe I ask Master one and the friends of Pastor here, someone who can you soon near buy for rocks and I had it here, Mermono. When I'm so Obama on the assassin, so no one of the Italy Kuroimu, Obako office, baby, young can't room put a dumu. But who do Ghana, your embassy, whole room, I said that you for near Dumano. No, we say, your evil data, you might record them and send it out. You know, understand, army. What me but no be man so bra. What's all? Men can yama kakram family bushia for you. No be and sentiment corner no. Duties are your bed no. Would you be and ye? What purpose about children now coin bazia? And yeah, requirements are very requested. But what be free? Abontena or Bagana, when you do your embassy, one tracy can earn $200 near money, Mr. Gia. Tested your Sapraka, Gillen a yen, and I say Yansan a yen. Now, Party, Crooked Wabi, and what is in radio when I made Passage and the Choir project to a war, now Mabu or Horse and Section Comano. One in penny for work, Chronomac say. Then, me toss out in the chair carrier. It's not a mean people one. The make me a Juman one. This time the chair to come out.
I am
not a penny for much now.
Zahara Mixture and the Zahara G capsules so our home patron Zahara Mixture no a bit boosted immune system. Come on. Now infections be our video will be unable to need that if ready the amount. Now for Zahara man capsules and also Ebema wet me the woman assembly what did ye papa. Now Hindi herbal mixture no bet to malaria and the time for the BRC at the amount. Mr. Friend 0246 348 334. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Captain.
Good evening. That's the same.
Yeah, I'm not a captain. Maybe assembly next to say.
Yo, Patron,
video now we have on the album. The group Mama person to Mama. Then send a with my to know if you are to about an album. Encourage you and can say, one can check what's about an album. But normally, Mama time knows Mama album was a head of the economic vice president data.
Okay. New Daji mosquito kill and so our ebekum tuntun na kama ade amount sharon so ma said ye hia pa ne se woma entuntun bia no en hawa dwen wo fie ho na enkofa yade bia emfa emrew we enye coil na wo plug a ebepu nwusie abema wo tia ye wo hwenuma sonsuo pese wa wo de shema wo so ya se kwe wo na akro no wo fresh 050 000 3434 ye beje wo so dodo what nka good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Captain.
I was trying to say.
Hello, now also.
Yamia do me who ye pa.
Captain, bibi ha me pa, mpese me di tu enim.
Catch me.
One can see overhead bridge kese no any kitwa ntemu ho no.
Aha.
Omo be ye kwan na omo ye me hu se na omo ye ba. Ase outer lane no. Omo be green ho no kakra copy first light ho. Now between overhead kese no any kitwa no. Akoye se amna wo ho no. Amna I say channel bi wo ho enam from Dakuma ho no and I say your friend is odoko ho e be pin gu your friend is odo river no sa channel no na drainage asopa ye e wo ka kwan na se na amna no e wo ka kwan no mo e wo ho no etu be say about 3 or 4 openings ombe no mo Japan no omeja ho no sa ena nkofu tom ewu but still telephone ayi bi no maye ɔyɛ hwɛ han mene kasa obi mame bi abatom ama yɛyi akɔ polyclinic bibi sa yɛse bɛɛ 2 weeks ɔso mame no fim obi nso abatom saa kyɛ sɛ nkɔfo totɔ mu ewu still mpanimfoɔ no ayɛ di mɛyɛ dodo mɛyɛ papa me ama ɛma adwene sɛ mebɛtwa na me de abroma frɛw na me ama ba na me ma presenting video na ma na we ama nkɔfo ahwɛ na ɛyɛ serious me ye kra dodo
me da say Build Freeze Company Limited and so the solar power bank de aba ye kwa afuom e bia wo tekam na aka na wo tim no wonya ba bia wo de beto na wa charge wo phone no ne ade wo phone nso so na ewei wonya sa solar power bank bia na ekutawo wo kɔ na wo phone tua to de hia ne se ade a kye na wi atimi aboso ebe charge na ye pa Fred 050 000 1129 050 000 1129. So what mean? Good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Ebu champa try to say.
Pacha na Android.
Oba the other room, me ho ye pa.
Na me happen. Person me backup to my DNA so.
Who also?
We dey mention life for Saudi Arabia. Me drive any me drive okra.
Yo.
Na Debbie. O he yempanyim for no dey wo mo si bi ye Ghana ne dey asabi. We are branch na wutu pa ba amonone a. La. Tin so beta ba wa tibiem. E wo Ghana. Me na down. Me buy enche. Afen me ko 2 years. But me show me too many che Ghana pa. Tin se me sa ba Ghana biem. Me na down. Inti said ya wo ye ne dey. Sabi ya tawachi pa. Ya tawachi. Ya tawachi ndi yire wo ho. Na ya adwuma den magana. Na insurance ya wo dia.
Me so me da asipa. Frankie Cleaning Services Ghana Limited. Oh, if you want a hospital, want a clinic, want a hotel, and he na person who cleaning. But more than a friend, Frankie Cleaning Services Ghana Limited. You be cleaning your mouth. I hope to say wine. Frey 0246 706 757 0246 706 757. Hello, good evening. A&S Trading Agency Limited, a door-to-door shipping services to Ghana and every corner of the world. Saudi Arabia driver Ikurano, you bet me the dudu, the free head, Yakoman Mananum, or Tracker Man in the yard. Obey me, Anu Noman and Sicilina, at Kamapa, Ghana, you who was up a BBA, the free Ghana had Yako, Amanone, and now the Fiamanone at the Beba Ghana ha. But more than I saw Befre 020 605 9140 020 605 9140. Mwamwa Brucher Mobile 0044 790 802 7527. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Ebu shana to say.
Nankopon mempa ebo for the announcement.
Me ho ye pa, wona o ye me last caller.
Okay. The friend I see me call from London.
Okay.
The problem is enti Ghana pay for no. I want to be adi say school e assembly be school. Anka omuntimi fatrika people siribi enwure magovernment ti omoka omunfa omubetime ti school da ya keeper man ti ya be government ti omoka na
asemo
because omu school da ya okra no I say ti say u ti ho won ti ase u ti ho school da na e de popa mpampuro ti se ba bi na Ghana panyin ti wo DC kukuruska na ono dia kotoka so no o di se ne kwa a won je se ni wi okumo di kura betimi akọ school di o ni anyago point kira o
enhra so Edu Herbal Center e wo bankasim ba fikrum ye he stroke do bomodi ana fa koma no woni mo bi o yar stroke so ye wonu so your mama so your papa so your wadamfo classmate anasa wo den Bomodia na tutumrika fa ne ko Edu Herbal Center e wo mankasim ba fikrum obeti stroke ni say da awadro bi o ma menka ne play na me ko wo be ma na akote ewu akọ obemma kote ne bebrem sese ya Edu ewura de nyankopon a obemma na ekuri agina so epibin chiribin fio Bomodia na yare bia no Fako Edu Herbal Center or baku ho your friend SM and then sweet more da chancha hine duru pa no bomodi and afre 0243 989 368 one of the so asena betimi de na dwumedie no edebre wo baronim and one say nan ansem catch was say me wabamu mmu da na say nyense nhuna say makuta placard that will Kumasi Prempa Assembly Hall a campaigning for free senior high school 2012 into me school me certificate here fama me na say Christian Service University College in Penny Adwin papa o mutrima anka 2012 am school 2021 and other ho krata ba bontin has a nipa no din a year ke nipa tro exam we school 2012 yeah 2012 Aka Santa 2021 and I bet you why. Oh, who said omote? Why do you say we bebu no okroma omodwene wo ho? We dey mensu anyansa. Na didi wo no machi. Ye wo ankwaso ye jafa dum ndi wanim no nya murunkum kata wo so. My God. On fa no konkunu ye ne kata bo wachi no fa ni gya ne ntwa ho nhia. Ombutu wo so. Na on hwa so yi a wo so massem bi. Amachina the National Youth Forum. Temafo ebi beba. Other people so beba be ka ho na fe yetimi near the youth forum no e de abrel pacho bomodi na sese uko YouTuber no wa search Captain Smart official na wa like page no na fe wa subscribe YouTube so Smart TV Ghana, Twitter Smart TV Ghana, Instagram Smart TV Ghana, Facebook Smart TV Ghana na afi wo otimi a subscribe na wa like page no na ye ne ye kodo echina ebeye now umamoko aba fontentan no so ko read these stories no wo hwehwe www.smartmediagh.com smartmediagh.com ko na ko read these stories apapa ni nyina eho eno wo nyamenka ho thanks for doing